Колеги, вітання.
Hello, colleagues, and we continue our work. I give the floor to the spokesperson of the administration of the President of Ukraine on anti-terrorist operation issues, Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. The situation in the east of Ukraine remains sufficiently calm. Yesterday there were 5 episodes of the violation of the regime of silence on the part of the enemy. They didn't use heavy armaments, however. Now what has actually happened? In Luhansk sector there was an armed provocation of the enemy in the settlement Krymsky to the north of Bakhmutivka highway. For half an hour the enemy was firing from a grenade launcher. In Donetsk sector, the combat action yesterday was happening only in the vicinity of Donetsk airport. To the west and south of Avdiivka, the gunmen have 3 times opened fire on Ukrainian positions from small firearms and grenade launchers. Next to Opitne, the enemy has several times fired from an 82mm mortar. Last day, as a result of an explosion of an unknown explosive device, 1 Ukrainian soldier was killed and we have no wounded. The Ukrainian special services avert terrorist acts inspired by Russia. The Security Service of Ukraine liquidated an organized criminal grouping composed of 4 people who planned terrorist acts in Kiev. They were caught red-handed next to the point of volunteer help for the fighters of anti-terrorist operation. During the detention process, they have detonated 1 grenade RGD. And the criminals were members of one of pro-Russian public organization. The organizer was born in the Isle of Sakhalin in Russia, and he planned right after the terrorist act to immediately go to the occupied Crimea. However, he wasn't successful, and he'll have to have some rest in the Ukrainian prison. Also, the operatives have, together with bodyguards, averted an attempt to export the produce of military designation to Russia. In Kharkiv, they stopped 3 cars that tried to avoid the customs office while crossing the border. In the lorries, they found devices and schemes that are being used in missile and space branch. The Lviv workers of the state auto inspection came back home from the east of Ukraine. That's all. Any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Yulia Boshko, 5th channel. You say that the situation is sufficiently calm. The level of the number of fire exchanges of fire has dwindled, but do we see any movement of the gunmen? Yes, there is some information about this, but it is of completely internal character nature so that we just can react in an adequate way to some possible movements of the enemy. So as soon as we get the information about a new reinforcement coming to the territory of the occupied Donbass, it becomes known to our intelligence, to our reaction centers, including the general head staff, and the decisions are then adopted to reinforce this or that part of the front line, including drawing some reserves. Any other questions? No other questions. Thank you very much. The briefing is over. Our next briefing is at 1 p.m. Thank you.